This is a special edition of CBS 4 News. South Florida Showdown, Super Bowl 41.
Today's the day, game day, Super Sunday in South Florida. This is a live look over a gloomy, wet Dolphin Stadium. Just now, a little over 9 hours from the big game.
And let's get another live look right now over on South Beach Ocean Drive, which has been the center of parties. We don't have that picture for you, but we'll have it for you in just a moment. Good morning, everybody. I'm Elliot Rodriguez. We're dealing with the rain. It's a little chilly out here, but it's going to be a great day to be in front of your TV here on CBS 4 watching the Super Bowl.
We are your Super Bowl station, and this morning we've got you covered. Let's begin with the headline on this super soggy Sunday. David Bernard joins us now. Is it going to get better, David?
Well, there's a slight chance that by this evening it might be a little bit better. But right now, if you are coming to the game, I would plan on it possibly being wet across the area. And it looks like it won't be until tomorrow till I can definitively say that conditions are going to improve. I want to start off with this wide view of radar and satellite together. And you can see there's the problem. We've got rain down the southeast Gulf and the lower Keys. And, yep, it's moving from the southwest up to the northeast, and that means we're going to stay wet. Let's go to real-time Doppler 4 and get a little closer look at what's going on this morning. And there you can see it. In fact, some of the rain has actually picked up in intensity out over the Everglades on the southwest coast, and that's going to be heading in our direction. Right now, though, the rain is very light from Tamarack and Coconut Creek to Parkland and Deerfield Beach, but it picks up a little bit from the 595 south. And then as we continue into Miami-Dade, around the Gables, Dadeland, Pinecrest, and Westchester, light to moderate rain right now up to Miami Gardens, Hialeah, and Medley. It's a little bit on the lighter side. So what does all this mean for the forecast today and the game day forecast? Here's what we're expecting. Breezy and cool, and showers are going to be likely. Now, as we head toward later on in the day, around kickoff time, 6:25, about 68 degrees. Halftime temperatures are going to hold pretty steady, I think, maybe dropping a degree or two. That would be just about it. And by the end of the game, you can expect readings in the middle 60s. But if you don't have a ticket to the game today, you can stay inside and be warm and enjoy all that good drink and food, whatever you might have around the house, and keep it right here on CBS 4. And you don't have to worry about getting wet.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
Thank you, David. If you are coming out here, I don't think that you're going to mind the wind or the rain at all. This is going to be a great game between two teams that really want to win, getting ready to play the biggest game of their lives in just a few hours. And also for the two coaches who are two gentlemen, very classy gentlemen, who are making history tonight.
Yeah, it is historic because it's the first time that two African-American coaches face each other in the Super Bowl. And for more on the matchup between Tony Dungy's team and Lovie Smith, let's go to CBS 4 Sports Director Jim Berry. Jim, symbolically, a great step forward for the NFL.
Well, it really is. And, of course, many folks think it's about time, and you guys really hit the nail on the head. Tony Dungy and Lovie Smith really are cut from the same mold. In fact, Lovie Smith sees Tony Dungy as a mentor. In fact, it was Dungy who gave Lovie Smith his first job in the NFL. Now they square off today in the NFL's biggest stage, and one of them will make history.
They are moments in sports that become milestones in history. From Jack Johnson and Jackie Robinson to Arthur Ashe, men who stood first at America's color line and stood there alone, sometimes for years. But 2 weeks ago, it was just 4 hours after the Chicago Bears' Lovie Smith became the first black head coach in 41 years to lead his team to pro football's promised land, the Super Bowl. He had company. Indianapolis head coach Tony Dungy, who, by the way, is Coach Smith's mentor and close friend.
I'm very, very proud. And as an African-American, it's going to be special.
And whenever you're the first to do something, it's a big deal. So we acknowledge that. But at the same time, I look forward to the day where it's an every year occurrence.
Known across the lake for their class as much as their records, Smith and Dungy remain focused on the game upcoming. The importance of their groundbreaking achievement, they leave to others.
It's unfortunate that we even have to talk about it.
Doug Williams knows history. In 1988, he became the first black quarterback to start in a Super Bowl.
But the bottom line is opportunity. And these two guys was given an opportunity to do a job, and they've done it well.
Can I try to talk to you later?
And that really is the bottom line. I was at that Super Bowl where Doug Williams was Super Bowl MVP. In fact, he threw 5 touchdown passes, 4 of them in the first quarter to lead the Washington Redskins to victory. Now Lovie Smith, Tony Dungy on the same stage. Neither guy is a yeller or a screamer, but they both know how to get their point across. And I heard you guys talking about the weather. If you're coming out to Super Bowl 41, one thing you should know, leave your umbrellas in the hotel room because they are probably going to confiscate them if you try to bring them in. So run out and get a poncho or something. But don't bring an umbrella because they took mine and it was a Christmas present. So I just want to pass that along to you as fair warning. Back
All
to
right.
you guys.
Oh, that's not right.
I know. Hope they give it back to you, JB. Also, another tip, get here as early as you can because you will have to go through a lot of security to get inside. That's the name of the game today here in South Florida on the Super Sunday. And not only here at Dolphin Stadium, Miami Beach, for example, is under a level 1 alert right now.
Yeah, that's prompting hotels to do what they can to help their guests stay safe. At hotels up and down the beach, managers will be keeping a close eye on security cameras, and extra guards are on hand to keep trespassers away.
Because of this alert, there have been bomb sweeps throughout South Florida. Police have also increased patrols in Miami Beach to keep the crowds that have been gathering there all these days orderly. Ocean Drive has been shut down from 5th to 15th Streets, and that remains the case today. Police say they have a contingency plan. If things get too busy, they'll shut down the MacArthur Causeway, but they haven't needed to do that yet, and it doesn't look like they will.
As part of the security sweeps, uniformed and undercover officers are patrolling metro rail stations with dogs, for example. Only our cameras were there as this K9 searched high and low for anything suspicious, again, all in the name of safety.
We were out at South Beach last night. Thousands of people packed in for all the parties, but that wasn't the only hotspot in town. At Bicentennial Park, the people there enjoyed a spectacular fireworks show.
Yeah, let's go to CBS 4's Yusila Ramirez on South Beach. Yusila?
Well, here on Ocean Drive, things a little bit slower. Probably has to do with the rain or probably has to do with the fact that people have been partying for 2, 3, 4 days in a row. Take a look behind me. Cleaning crews have already made their way through. They've clean this area out and got ready or getting ready for yet another day. The people who are out are just coming out as of the last half hour or so. Probably a lot of people still recovering after last night, but the rain is not expected to keep people from celebrating today. A soggy sunrise here on the beach, the light drizzle keeping some inside this morning. Crews are cleaning up, getting Motorola Mile and the rest of South Beach ready for another day of partying. With the countdown creeping closer to the big game, the rain isn't expected to keep the fans from celebrating.
Indianapolis is here. We're not leaving without the Super Bowl. Let's go.
Last night, they were out cheering their teams on. Believe it or not, despite the rowdiness, these Super Bowl fans have been very well behaved, according to cops. In fact, at last check, since Thursday, police have only made 155 arrests compared to the more than 300 during Memorial Weekend, which was the last big bash here on the beach.
It's a very jubilant crowd. Everybody's happy. You see Colts fan on one side and Chicago Bears on the other, and they look like they're about to go at it.
Colts all the way. Blue Colts. Get them out of here.
And then at the end, they go, okay, man, take care. See you at the game.
Oh, Bears!
And of course, the businesses on South Beach are loving it. They haven't had any major problems with these crowds.
It's a great experience. They are enjoying this NFL, this Super Bowl weekend as much as the hotel and the restaurant is.
The Bears!
Well, out here on South Beach, again, things slowing down. Traffic not as bad as we've seen it the last couple of days. Of course, as you mentioned, Ocean Drive closed down, so the side streets have been very busy the past couple of days. But things winding down here and picking up over at the stadium, which is expected on the Super Bowl Sunday. But still, police on alert, and those who aren't going to the game will probably be catching the game here along South Beach. A lot of hotels, and as you can hear right there, a Bears fan ready to go already at, 9 o'clock in the morning. So sure it'll be a long day for them. That's the very latest on South Beach. Yusila Ramirez, CBS 4 News this morning.
Oh, Yusila, just wait until 10 o'clock. We can't wait to see what happens. And we covered a lot of parties last week, but somehow I missed this one. Some bunnies hopped into the spotlight at the American Airlines Arena. The Playboy Bunnies made sure it was the hottest party in town last night. Top chefs to the stars catered to the event, but it's probably safe to say the ladies were drawing more attention than the cuisine.
I don't know. They may have been beaten by the party over on Ocean Drive. On this stage, Jennifer Lopez and Mark Anthony, a hot husband and wife duo, serenaded the crowd. And this was Ocean Drive Magazine's Volleypalooza, a big climax to a great day out there on South Beach yesterday.
Yeah, and everywhere you looked on South Beach, there were stars at parties, sometimes just walking down the street. We saw Hulk Hogan riding his motorcycle down Ocean Drive yesterday. And there were a lot of NFL stars, but there's really one guy, to those of us who are Dolphin fans, who is a living legend here.
He is the winningest coach in the NFL. He's been to the most Super Bowls, and we get to claim him as our own. Don Shula, who this morning is also out on South Beach with our Jill Martin. She's live at the former Versace Mansion Casa Arena. Hey, Jill.
Hey, Maggie and Elliot. Yes, and a little rain can't stop the legendary Don Shula from coming out to the Marquis Jets breakfast to do his chalk talk this morning. Thank you so much for joining us. And I know you won 2 Super Bowls, and you said neither of them it rained, so it can't be an omen for anyone. But how does rain affect the game today?
Well, you never know, what's going to happen when the game starts. Before the game, the field will be covered and it won't be dug up at all. But if it rains hard during the course of the ball game, it could affect the second half of the ball game. A muddy field, I don't know who that would help. The Bears, I think, like the cold and the mud and the weather to be a factor in the ball game, and I'm sure that the Colts were looking for a nice sunshiny day so that Peyton Manning could stand back there and do all of his deals. And so no matter what happens, both teams have to play in that whatever the conditions are. And I just hope we have a good Super Bowl.
And we talked about this earlier, just the mentality of a coach the morning of the Super Bowl. Tony Dungy, Lovie Smith, what's going on in their minds right now?
Well, for them, this is such a big thing because, both of them, this is the first time for both of them to be in the big game. And both, Tony's been around a lot longer than Lovie, but Lovie has proved himself this year, and it would be great if he could go back to Chicago with a Super Bowl trophy. And I'm going to take that trophy up to the winning coach when the game's over. Tony Dungy, on the other hand, has paid his dues. He's been around a long time, and this is his chance to be a Super Bowl winner. So I'm sure that both of them realize how tough it is to get here, and they want to make sure they take advantage of that opportunity.
So who do you think you will be presenting the trophy to today? Predictions?
Well, my heart, I played for the Colts for 4 years. I coached them for 7. That horseshoe on the helmet, I'm going to be pulling for them, and I think they're going to win. I think Peyton Manning is a difference. He's such a great player. Rex Grossman, you don't know what you're going to get, and hopefully he'll have a good game. I want to see a good game.
All right, thanks so much. Before we let you go, you seem a little tired. Have you been running around to all the parties like all the other big celebrities?
I'll tell you, they've had me all over. I'm looking for a place to just lay down and rest and recoup.
Before the big game. Well, thanks so much for joining us, Coach. Enjoy the breakfast. And Maggie and Elliot, let's send it back to you.
He's been partying, and he looks better than we do.
He looks great. And you know what? If you want to hear more of what Don Shula has to say about the Super Bowl, go to our website, CBS4.com, where the news is always on. There's an extended interview with Coach Shula where he talks about that perfect season back in 1972.
He was at the helm. Well, all week long, we've been watching preparations for the Super Bowl, but they began way before that. Coming up here on this special edition of CBS 4 News, we're going to show you what it took to get the field ready and all the other preparations leading up to today.
We'll be right back.
Today's special coverage on CBS 4 News is brought to you by your South Florida Cadillac dealers.
CBS 4 News is breaking into homes in broad daylight.
We're just your friendly burglars.
But we're not doing it to steal your stuff. We're doing it to keep your property safe. Be there when Mike Kirsch hits several local neighborhoods. See who tries to stop us and who just stands there and watches. The burglary test. Tonight after the big game on CBS 4 News.
Next, E.T. Anna Nicole, the next chapter.
Why don't you want your daughter to take a paternity test?
Then your first look at Vanity Fair's Hollywood issue and a celebrity wedding. Next, E.T.
Monday at 7 p.m. on 4.
Think you can find the best deals at the supermarket? I thought so, but now I know better. I'm CBS 4's Maggie Rodriguez. See why smart shopping goes way beyond clipping coupons and find out what only grocery store insiders know. I'll reveal the top 10 supermarket secrets Monday at 11 on CBS 4 News.
I'm Jim Barry. Your official station for Super Bowl 41 is CBS 4.
Welcome back to Dolphin Stadium. I'm Elliot Rodriguez along with Maggie Rodriguez. We are your Super Bowl station. We're starting bright and early. We want to get everybody ready for Super Bowl 41.
Gloomy and early in the case today. CBS 4's Dave Malkoff is experiencing the NFL as he has been all week long. And what's going on out there today, Dave?
Well, the NFL experience is huge. It's spread out over 850,000 square feet. There's 50 different interactive games where you can try your skills like the NFL players would. This one is on the far end of the whole NFL experience. This is called The Drive, and my opponent is Lisa Petrillo, our entertainment reporter. All right. Now, what you have to do is you take this ball and you go down to the other end.
Okay.
Seems simple, right?
Right.
The only problem is, look at this. You've got a bungee cord attached to your back. So you're not going to be able to get very far.
All right, Dave, why did I agree to do this?
I don't know.
I don't either.
I may have put something in your coffee this morning.
Okay.
You ready? Ready? Here we go. Here we go. You got to get a running start on this and then try to get as far as we can. 1, 2, 3, go! I think I made it down to the 10. Oh! Whoa! How far did you make it? Can you do it?
I'm trying.
How far did you get down? Here, put the ball down there. See how far you can put the ball down. Wait, you made it to, that's the 15 yard. I think we're pretty much even.
All right.
Lisa Petrillo, built like a linebacker.
Built like a linebacker?
Well, it looks like you kind of look like it with these things on there. But I don't know. I think other people should do the sports things than us.
I think so too.
I don't think we're good at sports.
I don't either.
At all.
Goodbye.
Back to you guys.
All right, Dave, lesson for the day. Never tell a woman she's built like a linebacker. It's not a good thing. She won't like it. And also, don't get two rookies to try to play football, the other lesson.
And when they say, honey, does this outfit make me look like a linebacker? Absolutely not, dear.
You look great.
All right. And what about they say, how's the weather on Super Bowl Sunday? We're allowed to say,
not so great.
not so great.
Not yet, anyway, David.
Bernard. We hate it when you're right.
Yeah, it's. I know. I hate to be right on days like today. Yeah, we thought there'd be some rain around today. Now, if I can try to put a positive spin on this, we're not looking for downpours, but you know what? It's wet. It's drizzly and there's light rain, so we'll try to make the most of that. Okay, let's start off by taking a look now at the big view, and this will start on real-time Doppler 4. We can see the rain extends all the way down into the middle and lower Keys. It's covering all of the Everglades, and as you'll see in a moment, it's moving from the southwest to the northeast, meaning all of this is moving in our direction. Here's a closer view of Broward County right now, and we zoom in there. The rain's actually slipped to the south a little bit, and that's what I'm hoping is going to happen in time for the game tonight, is that the axis of heaviest rain will continue shifting further south and away from, again, the Dade-Broward line close to where the game is going to be played. Then across Miami-Dade right now, we actually see some moderate rains across Miami Beach, down to the Gables, and also back toward Westchester and Sweetwater. Then it kind of ends west of the Turnpike, at least for the time being. Okay, outside, here's a look at your current conditions, and we're talking about 65 degrees at CBS 4, 66 in Miami, Fort Lauderdale 72, and Key West 69. The stickiness scale is not real high, but when it's wet like this, it still doesn't feel all that great out there, but it's a 2 right now, and we've had 17/100ths of an inch of rain so far at Weather Control. All right, here's a look at temperatures across the rest of the area. Again, the cool spot, West Kendall at 65 degrees, and Pompano Beach and Fort Lauderdale are the warmest readings. And again, that wide view of satellite and radar together kind of shows you how we have all the rain that extends well down into the Keys. In fact, some of that rain is getting kind of heavy, and we certainly don't want that moving up to the north. Not that we want you folks in the Keys to have a rotten day too, but again, we don't want the Super Bowl to get super, super wet. So there's the highlight today, or the low light, with the rain over us and the chilly and dry weather over the Panhandle. That's not going to work in, though, till the middle of the week, it looks like. Our true view today, it still looks like it's going to be dark, lots of clouds, and do expect showers. Now, for tomorrow, we'll start that process of drying out, and some of that dry air will build in from the Panhandle, so showers ending cool and breezy. Then by the middle of the week, yep, lots of sun and breeze. It looks like some really nice weather coming ahead. We'll have nice, cool, and dry mornings and mild afternoon. By late week, a new front's going to approach from the north and west, so the moisture will start to come back. A little bit of a warm-up, we'll say, for late week with a beach breeze and maybe a stray shower. Here's the forecast in for today. The high will be 73 degrees. Showers likely. We'll call it super cloudy with a cool breeze. Small craft advisories up on the water. Gulf Stream wave heights building to 10 feet. The bays are going to be choppy. And then for tonight, low of 60 with showers around and that damp breeze continuing. And for the rest of the week, yeah, here comes the sun again. It looks like as we go into late Monday, and especially Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday look really good. And back to 78 on Friday. There you can see the overnight lows will be real pleasant the middle of the week with lows down into the 50s. So again, as Jim Barry was reminding us earlier, no umbrellas at the game. They're not going to let you bring those in, but ponchos are probably going to be a good bet. Seats and everything pretty soggy through the night.
Good idea.
All right, David.
Thank you, David.
A little rain is not going to keep the diehard fans from rooting on their teams here tonight. And, you know, we found they come in all sizes. Coming up, we're going to introduce you to this 8-year-old who says he's the biggest Bears fan there is, and he doesn't even live in Chicago. We'll show you his talents.
And don't think the action ends as soon as the players are off the field. Late Show host Craig Ferguson is ready to keep South Florida in the spotlight late into the night. Check out a preview of tonight's show.
Today's special coverage on CBS 4 News is brought to you by Publix.
Welcome back. It is the South Florida Showdown here at Dolphin Stadium in just a couple of hours. And one family in particular is proving that you don't have to be either from Indianapolis or Chicago to cheer for the teams here.
Well, there are so many fans here, but Ted Scouten is live in Hollywood to tell us that the biggest fan here could be 8 years old. Is that right, Ted?
Elliot, this kid's incredible. You may think that you know anything and everything there is to know about your favorite sports team, but I'll put anyone's knowledge up against this 8-year-old's any day.
Bear down, Chicago Bears.
Don't let his age fool you. 8-year-old Max Schenker knows more about the Bears, well, than probably the Bears themselves.
The Bears are going to beat the Colts because they have great defense, and I believe in their offense.
From the fan to the floor, Max's bedroom is filled with everything Bears. He even has his own autographed football, and what's more, he knows everyone who signed it.
This is Musa Muhammad because he's number 87. He's a wide receiver. That's Robbie Gould because he's number 9. That's Devin Hester. That's Mark Bradley, but you should never sign in the middle of the Bears logo.
Apparently, he even knows ball autographing protocol, but we wanted to test his knowledge. What is the starting lineup for the Bears?
Offense or defense first?
Offense.
Rex Grossman's their starting QB. The running backs, Thomas Jones. Wide receivers, Bernard Berrien and Musa Muhammad, Mark Bradley, and all those, and Justin Gage and all those players.
No need to get bogged down with the defense. He got that right too. But this kid knows more than just names and history. He knows strategy, like realizing where the Bears' difficulties lie against the Colts.
You have to stop Peyton Manning. That's going to be hard with his offense. And their defense was on a great streak right now, so that's going to be hard for our running game, too. And Thomas Jones is really good, and he's the one that really leads our offense a little bit.
How do you know all this stuff?
My dad, he brainwashed me.
From the minute Max was born, it was already determined he'd be a Bears fan.
Go Bears!
He comes from a long line of them.
When I was born, a day old, 3 hours later, my dad came back from the Aventura Mall with this helmet. So I had this helmet since I was born.
Okay, here we go. The official Max Schenker prediction.
The Bears are going to win because the defense wins Super Bowls, and I believe in Rex Grossman, the offense.
Oh, of course.
You can't. You have to believe in your starters.
Bear down, Chicago Bears. Let them know why you're wearing the crown. You're the pride and joy of Illinois. Chicago Bears, bear down.
You know, that song is stuck in my head now. That's all I'm hearing. By the way, Max also has a point spread prediction. He said it looks like it's going to be 2014 Bears. We'll see. We're live in Hollywood. I'm Ted Scouten, CBS 4 News.
Thank you, Ted. You know, that kid really knows his sports. Jim Barry better watch out.
Yeah, or Lovie Smith should sign him tonight. One of the two. All right, we leave you now with another live look over Dolphin Stadium, where the showdown will happen in just a couple of hours. Our special coverage will be right back. It is now 9:26.
Today's special coverage on CBS 4 News is brought to you by Robin Stuckey.
Welcome back to our extended coverage of the Super Bowl in South Florida, or should I call it the Soggy Bowl?
Either one works.
And, you know, there's so many parties that have been going on this week, but the partying doesn't stop, and South Florida stays in the spotlight. One of the funniest men on TV, Craig Ferguson, is in town, and he'll be broadcasting his show live late tonight.
Right, the host of the CBS Late Show. And we take you inside now, the rehearsal for the star-studded show. Here's CBS 4's Carrie Codd.
So let's pretend that it's Sunday night. The big game is over. You're finished watching CBS 4 News at 11, but don't go to bed just yet. You won't want to miss the Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson, broadcasting live from right here at the Colony Theater on Miami Beach. They've got some great guests, lots of Miami style. It's a show you won't want to miss.
If you like music, dancing,
this is a sign it's going to be a very close game.
And comedy, Make the Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson your stop after the Super Bowl. Fans lined up outside the Colony Theater on Miami Beach Saturday to catch a rehearsal. A somewhat sarcastic Ferguson wondered what all the fuss was about.
They can expect the usual thing that's really on my show, a combination of improvisation and panic. They can expect the shoddy job done by a non-union labourer.
Ah, he jests. Mix in Billy Bob Thornton, Leonard Skinner, and Hank Williams Jr. And from Gimme 3 Steps to some high-energy stepping, it promises to be a big show. These guys are champion steppers and all from South Florida. They're thrilled to make their network debut.
We were doing cartwheels. Everyone here, all of us, we were jumping for joy.
Kerry Codd, CBS 4 News this morning.
And if this game goes long, it could be the late show tonight with Craig Ferguson. Keep it here, though, and make sure you watch it.
We'll be right back.
Think you can find the best deals at the supermarket? I thought so, but now I know better. I'm CBS 4's Maggie Rodriguez. See why smart shopping goes way beyond clipping coupons and find out what only grocery store insiders know. I'll reveal the top 10 supermarket secrets Monday at 11 on CBS 4 News.
Now, live. This is a special edition of CBS 4 News. South Florida Showdown, Super Bowl 41.
CBS 4 News is live over Dolphin Stadium, where all you see is lights in the distance and a whole lot of clouds. It is Super Bowl Sunday, the big game just 9 hours away now. Good morning again, everybody. I'm Maggie Rodriguez, along with Elliot Rodriguez, and that's the headline here. You can't escape the rain.
That's right. It's chilly out here, and I have to make a confession. As a football fan, sometimes it's fun to watch a game in the rain because it's so unpredictable. I'm sure it's the last thing the players out there want, but right now it's very soggy out there, and it looks like at game time it's 6:25 tonight. David Bernard's going to be this way again.
This is the kind of weather it's kind of hard to break when it gets real drizzly like this, so I think it's going to stick around even for the game day. Yep, it's one of those shoot the weatherman kind of days, and yeah, you can put it all on
right here.
today. Yep, there. Hey, look out. I better get to the radar quick or I'm really going to be in trouble. All right, here's the big picture this morning, and again, notice all the rain that's down in the lower and middle Keys. Rough crowd here. And all of that's moving from the southwest to the northeast. So that's the problem. We're just going to be stuck in this pattern, and I don't see it breaking until later tonight and more likely during the morning hours tomorrow. Let's go to real-time Doppler 4. We'll take a little closer look at things, and there you can see the rain in the Keys and again up into South Florida. Let's come into Broward County. Now, honestly, I have noticed that this rain is shifting further south. Notice that we're not picking up any significant rain north of 595 right now. So if this trend continues, maybe the rain will continue shifting a little bit south, and that means by the time we get to this evening, where the stadium is near the Dade-Broward line, conditions will be a little bit better. But there you go, from Aventura to the beaches and down to Dadeland, the light rain does continue. So here's what we're expecting for today. This is the game day forecast, breezy and cooler, and showers are going to be likely. Let's break down some temperatures for you, beginning with kickoff, which would be at 6:25 this evening, 68 degrees. And the temperatures really aren't going to drop all that much, about 67 by halftime, and then we're expecting mid-60s by late in the game. And again, there'll still be a chance that there could be some showers around. So there you have it. It looks like it's going to be somewhat soggy as we expected, but I have noticed that rain line has been shifting south from Broward into Dade, so maybe that'll be the trend as we go throughout the day. Some drier air builds in from the north, that we'll be able to shut this off by this evening for a large extent.
All right, thanks a lot, David. Well, yesterday was pretty much sunny skies all day long on South Beach, where Volleypalooza was happening. This is some models, 350 of them from all over the country, who compete in this annual tradition from Ocean Drive magazine. They competed in games, and they also worked on the runway a little bit, modeling swimsuits.
From the sand to the stage, football fans headed to Miami's Bicentennial Park for Blast on Biscayne. They listened to live music from Maze and Willie Chirino and showed off their spirit for both teams in a pep rally. The blast was capped off with a big fireworks show over Biscayne Bay.
Broward got in on the fun as well. They hosted Super Saturday in the sand, and they got to meet former and current NFL players. You see Doug Flutie there signing autographs. They actually competed in a flag football game and got to catch up on old times.
Yeah, let me just say that yesterday at Volleypalooza, they were collecting money for the Super Bowl of Caring, which is a wonderful organization that helps hungry people people, not only in South Florida, but around the country. This is an effort that's nationwide.
And that'll be going on today as well. People will be out with literally soup bins trying to collect money. Well, a lot of people here might want to party like it's 1999 with Prince performing at halftime, but we understand this show is going to be even bigger than 1999 when the Super Bowl was in South Florida last.
Lisa Petrillo has more on that for us. Lisa.
Hi, guys. Yes, I think everybody believes it. It just feels bigger, and guess what? It is bigger. Take a look around. Obviously, we're back here at the NFL Experience. That was here in 1999. The stadium itself, of course, was here in 1999. Then it was called Joe Robbie Stadium. But if you go and look at the tape we're going to show you right now from just this past week, Prince, yes, you guys said it sings like it's 1999, but in 2007, oh gosh, it's much bigger. You have models and superstars, red carpets like you've never seen, double the parties, double the fun, double the traffic, as you all well know if you've been going around South Florida, double the stars, everything in between. But as party planner Barton G says, this time Super Bowl 41, well, Miami is in the spotlight, bigger than ever.
I think Super Bowl is, in my 14 years of being here in South Florida, this is going to take this town by total surprise. It's every nook and cranny, every single person that lives here, eats here, works here is just going to be stretched to the max. I mean, this is really coming in like gangbusters.
Is the Super Bowl weekend all that? Tell me what you think.
Yes, the Super Bowl is all that. Especially because it's in Miami.
And we're happy to have everyone in the city, and it's really great for all of us here in South Florida, and I think it's going to be fantastic.
I mean, this weekend is just out of control.
Yes, I am. I mean, been partying all week. It's been a great week. Everybody's built up the hype for the football game, so I'm ready to get the game on the way.
Yes, well, we're going to get that game on tonight, but there is no doubt about it. Everywhere you go, everybody is completely exhausted. There are parties all over town. Barton G, you saw in our first interview, in just the Thursday through Sunday of Super Bowl weekend, was producing 16 parties just that weekend. So much going on, and he was just one of many party planners. We're all going to be a little exhausted and need that eye cream come Monday morning. Back to you guys.
All right, Lisa, thank you very much. Another reason this is a big Super Bowl is because you have the face of the NFL, Peyton Manning, the quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts, playing today. He's in all those commercials, and we're learning that he had some training early on for those.
Yeah, that's right. The guy is a great quarterback, but he's got some other skills. CBS 4 Sports Director Jim Barry is going to tell us about them. Jim.
All right, here I am, guys, over here. And you know what? Tony Dungy, Manning's coach, joked about this earlier in the week. He said that folks didn't realize that Peyton Manning actually has a personality because when he's on the field, he seems a bit robotic. But yes, Peyton is a funny guy, and apparently it's been many years in the making that Peyton has developed this personality. Let's go and show you Peyton Manning in his 8th grade play. Here he is, singing, dancing, and shaking it. Peyton not bashful at all, as we see him in a play that was called Boyfriend. Peyton could have been bound for Broadway. Oh, shake those hips, Peyton, won't you? Anyway, Peyton probably won't appreciate the prediction that we're going to have coming up here from Ingy the orangutan as we move on. This has become an annual tradition at this zoo in Oregon, and he gets the jerseys of both of the Super Bowl teams, and he puts the winning jersey on. Looks like he was going to pick the Colts, but then Ingy changes her mind and decides to put on the Chicago Bears jersey. So there you have it. According to Ingy the orangutan, the Bears are going to win the Super Bowl, but she seemed a little bit fickle. There's a line there, but I'm not going to go there. Anyway, back to you guys.
You better not. I'm here. Thank you, Jim.
Thank you, Jim. And I don't think Peyton Manning is ever going to live down that video.
I hope he doesn't pull that move today on the field.
Around the raindrops. Okay, a lot of reporters are in town. In fact, thousands of them in town from all over the world covering the Super Bowl. But we have a unique perspective from our own Jim DeFede.
Yes, he took on some of the reporters, but not necessarily with his questions.
Here we are at Media Day, that annual ritual on the Tuesday before the Super Bowl, where 1,000 reporters, maybe more, descend on the stadium and interview all the players from both teams. Nobody asked an original question. There's nothing really to find out, and certainly I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But I've got me a secret weapon. I'm here with Tyler Reed, offensive lineman for the Chicago Bears. I don't normally cover sports, so I don't have a lot of really good questions asked.
Right.
I was just wondering, would you like to play Rock'em Sock'em Robots with me? I got the Rock'em Sock'em Robots game.
That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. I'm morning. I'm pretty good though.
Ready? Go. Rookies! Rookies!
Best out of 3.
All right, best out of 3. Ready? One, two, wait, you got your head down?
Yeah,
head
I'm
down.
down.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Oh!
This is rare.
Now we're here with Mark LaVour, another offensive lineman for the Chicago Bears. I was wondering, would you play Rock'em Sock'em Robots with me?
Yeah, sure.
Just got to get in there. All right, 2 out of 3.
All right.
Ready?
Go.
Oh, right hand. Would you play Rock'em Sock'em Robots with me? Look over there.
You know what? I'm not really a Rock'em Sock'em type of guy.
John Gilmore. A little bit scared to play me in Rock'em Sock'em. My reputation's starting to get around. Now we're here with Dave Sinclair from the Chicago Bears. Dave, what position are you? John Sinclair. I really don't know what I'm doing. Any chance you'd like to play Rock'em Sock'em Robots?
Yeah, I like that commercial, man. That's one of my favorite commercials, man. When he beats up the Dodge.
1, 2, 3, go ahead. Oh, that's cheating? There's no cheating here. I'm 3 for 3 against the Chicago Bears. Amazing. The Indianapolis Colts have come in, and we're lucky enough to have Matt Ulrich. Would you play Rock'em Sock'em Robots with me?
Rock'em Sock'em Robots? Definitely.
Oh. All right. Ready? One more. Let's see, we got that up.
I think the blue guy's kind of rigged.
Pops! We're here now with Rocky Boyman, linebacker for the Indianapolis Colts. Would you like to play me in Rock'em Sock'em Robots?
Let's go get it. See if you're ready.
All right, let's do it. You gotta get under.
Oh, I'm hitting right in the chin.
Oh!
I think you were
Tied! Oh, but so close. We gotta do it again. One more time. All right. That's like Rocky 1. You gotta do a Rocky 2 at that point. Ah! Well, I hope you have better luck on Sunday.
Thank you very
All right,
much.
take care. Yet another victory. I can't be beat. Based on our Rock'em Sock'em survey, you can tell that it's going to be a very close game on Sunday. Could go the Colts' way, could go the Bears. You'll just have to tune in to CBS to find out on Sunday. Oh, for the sports department and Jim Barry and all the gang. Well, they really don't want me to say that, probably. This is Jim DeFeeti for CBS 4 News.
Not probably, definitely. Jim is here, and we asked
He's
him.
shaking his head.
We need to get Jim a hobby, huh? Graffiti, not Barry. All right, well, with Media Day, all the parties we brought you, all the coverage, and everything that you see out on the streets, believe it or not, some people are still oblivious that there's a Super Bowl happening here. It's true. Gary Nelson went out there, and that's what he found out.
Yeah, that is hard to believe. If you want more information, though, on the Super Bowl, maybe those folks might want to do it. Go to our website, cbs4.com, where the news is always on. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Dolphin Stadium Live. It's 9:45 on Super Sunday, and security is the name of the game here today.
Well, right now, Dave Malkoff is standing by at the NFL Experience with the head of security for the Super Bowl. A very busy guy today, Dave.
Homeland Security, ICE, the FBI, all sorts of agencies from around the country are here, but the lead agency is Miami-Dade Police, and this is Major Lou Battles. I'm sorry. Yeah. We got the chief coming up in just a bit. But tell me what you've done to lock this down. This is basically a level 1 event, right? Just like a presidential inauguration.
Well, it's a little less. It's a DHS level 1 security event. And basically, this is the culmination of a 1.5-year planning effort, collaboration of all the law enforcement agencies in South Florida. You're going to see some officers out front. It's a combination of officers supporting the operation behind the scene, but also uniform officers, high visibility capacity, that are friendly, that are approachable, that anybody entering the area with any questions can walk up to and ask for guidance.
If someone wanted to make a statement here against the symbol of American freedom, this would be the place to strike.
Well, if somebody wanted to strike it, I mean, that would definitely be their option, but I wouldn't suggest it.
No. I'm saying that's why this is so secure here, because they
It's an event that could attract a lot of attention, but the security apparatus in place, I mean, really is preventing any type of attack on this event today.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Major Battles. You're doing a good job. You're definitely securing this place. It was hard to get in today. Look at all the credentials that we need. I've got a ton of them. And that's just to get in here, not even to get into the game. But if you're coming to come into the game, Chief Fisher is with us, and there's a whole list of prohibited items you can't come into the stadium with.
That's correct. The general rule of thumb is the items should be no larger than 12 by 12. Private security will be at the front gates, ensuring that no items over that size will be entered into the stadium.
Let's go through some of these items that are on your list. You've got hairspray. Why is that?
Hairspray, the NFL and security have decided that these items that you see before you will not be entered into the stadium.
And
as well as water, bottled water.
What you can't bring in? You can't bring in a bottle of water. You have to buy it here. Yeah, because of the same terror threat that we had here. Come on down here, and we'll go through each of the. This is a camera case.
Small camera cases are allowed.
You have to bring your camera in naked like this. You can't put it in the case. Absolutely not.
Umbrellas,
it's a wet day. Everyone's going to show up with umbrellas, though.
Right. They are not going to be allowed into the stadium today. There will be security personnel in the front of the stadium that will be assisting with the hours. So we're asking people not to respond with umbrellas.
There's also no banners, no noisemakers.
No banners, noisemakers, or...
And unfortunately...
Correct. That's correct. Coolers will not be allowed either. So stick with 12 by 12, common sense approach. There'll be more than sufficient people here to help you with any of your concerns.
And if you need something to drink, they'll sell it to you, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Chief Fisher. Thanks. That is the lead agency here, Miami-Dade Police, securing a level 1 event here. This is Super Bowl 41, and this is definitely going to be pretty secure. A lot of people coming. The stadium will probably be at capacity, but you know, they're all going to be secure as possible with all these federal agencies and the best of the best, Miami-Dade, on the case here.
Thank you, Dave. I think the operative word here, if you're coming to the Super Bowl, is raincoat. Bring a raincoat,
no
a poncho.
umbrellas.
That's what you're definitely going to need, unless you're one of the lucky folks in one of the suites and the club level there where you're not going to get rained on.
And unless David Bernard tells us that this rain is magically going to stop by game time.
Well, I can't say that for sure, but I've noticed on the trend this morning on real-time Doppler 4 is that it's been shifting a little bit to the south. Now, check out this picture of South Beach. Hope you got your tan in earlier this week because not so great for today. It's rainy, it's breezy, it's a little bit chilly at the beach, but hey, maybe things will get a little bit better as we go on into the week. All right, let's start off by taking a look at real-time Doppler 4 this morning. And here's the deal. There's rain all down to our south and west, and it's generally moving in this direction. And you can see the rain from the Keys and all the way up to the Everglades. Now, this is what I was talking about. Look from Plantation and Oakland Park and Fort Lauderdale. The rain has basically ended there. You might have some drizzle that's too light to be detected by radar. Most of it is shifted down to the south into Miami-Dade. And, of course, the stadium being right there at the county line just about, kind of on the edge of the rain here. But the trend may be for some of this to keep getting pressed further down to the south, which would be good by the time we get to the game later on this evening. Here's a look at our weather outside right now. We have temperatures in the 60s, 72 at Fort Lauderdale, and Key West is at 69 degrees. It's damp and it's wet out there, but the stickiness scale is still on the low side. It's a 2, it's comfortable, but the humidity is sky high. And rain, we've had 17/100ths of an inch at Weather Control, and that's probably pretty representative of the entire area. All right, taking a wider look now at these temperatures, again, around the state, you can see 43 at Gainesville, Jacksonville, 42 degrees. 58 at Fort Myers, but 71 at West Palm. And that cooler, drier air over the panhandles, that's eventually going to work down our direction. Here's the Y view this morning. You can see there's still some light rain in North Florida. Central Florida is not that bad at all. Good news there for those cleanup efforts. But there you can see us stuck in the rain in extreme South Florida. Okay, so there's the weather picture today. The cool to the north, the rain to the south. Our true view is going to show it's going to be pretty gray all day, and we'll see some occasional showers popping up. So lots of clouds and expect showers. Tomorrow, though, the moisture gets kind of scoured out of here. The showers will be ending. We'll say cool and breezy, and we've got some great days. If it's any consolation coming up for the middle of the week, I think plenty of sun and a gusty breeze on Tuesday and Wednesday. Then by late week, winds start coming back out of the east and southeast, so we could have a spotty shower, say, by Friday. And that front that'll be coming into North Florida, yep, that could be another rainmaker potentially as we go into next weekend. Okay, here's the forecast in today. 73 degrees, and we'll have showers likely, super cloudy and a cool breeze, and a small craft advisory is in effect for those gusty northeast winds. In fact, I expect the winds to pick back up later today and tonight. And for tonight, showers around with a damp breeze and 60 degrees. So I wish I could say today was going to be better, but I can say that tomorrow will be. And again, it looks good for the middle part of the week. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, sun and breeze. Temperatures warming back into the upper 70s. Some nice overnight lows. Most areas should be in the 50s beginning Tuesday morning, maybe lasting into Thursday morning as well. But I like the trend on radar that it's kind of ending in Broward. And so I think that dry air is trying to push in from the north a little bit. So maybe that'll bode well for later on this evening.
And, you know, we're complaining, but what's the weather like in Chicago and Indianapolis?
-6 this morning in Chicago, and Indianapolis giving them a run for their money. I haven't checked recently, but not much better.
Okay, enough said.
There you
All
go.
right, quick question. Who's playing in the game today?
The Bears and the Colts.
All right, we know that, you know that, but believe it or not, for some locals in South Florida, this game may as well be being played on another planet. Coming up, we're going to show you who doesn't have a clue about what's happening today here in South Florida.
And if you are interested in the game like most people and you weren't lucky enough to get a ticket, you're not alone. We're going to show you where you can go to cheer your team on CBS4.com. Also, join us back here.
We'll be right back. And he played well, by the way. And here's another really fun fact. Super Bowl 41 will be seen in 232 countries around the world and broadcast in 34 different languages. But believe it or not, right here at home in South Florida, where the game is being played, some are saying, Super what?
Yeah, when Gary Nelson went out to do the story, some folks were just finding out about the Super Bowl. Here's his report.
No question, the whole world is watching our town this week. The Super Bowl, the only thing anyone's talking about.
Oh, you guys must be pretty excited about that Super Bowl, huh? How about that Peyton Manning? Those Bears are something, aren't they?
Okay, maybe the Super Bowl isn't the only game in town, but everybody knows about it.
What is the Super Bowl?
Super Bowl? Or maybe not.
Where are you from? We are from Sweden.
And you don't know anything about the Super Bowl?
No, nothing. We are not very interested in sport.
We're asking folks who's playing in the Super Bowl.
I don't know. I have no clue.
The super clueless are, of course, in the minority. The rest of us know about the Super Bowl. The writing is, after all over the wall. We know about the big game and who's playing in it.
The Bears and oh, God, who's playing in the Super Bowl? The Colts?
You had help.
My husband.
Down at the salon, though, folks have the Super Bowl pairing down pat. Just ask this lady.
Indianapolis Colts and the Chicago Bears.
Well, you're well informed, although camera shy. Of course, your hair is wet.
The things we do for the big game. But while most know who the teams are, do we know the quarterbacks?
Manning and Brady. Manning and Brady.
Tom Brady.
No, Tom Brady didn't quite make the Super Bowl cut. Let's try again.
Peyton Manning and I don't know the other one.
Peyton Manning, and I have no idea.
I don't remember, honestly. No, one is Manning.
Peyton Manning.
Yes, we all remember Peyton Manning. He's famous, has a famous daddy. Largely lost in the crowd noise, though, is Chicago quarterback Rex Grossman. Way not famous. And even those who know of the former Gator don't give him much respect.
The quarterbacks are Rex Grossman, which I'm not particularly a fan of because I'm a UM fan and I was not a big Gator fan.
Well, we won't think about that right now. We'll just focus on the big game. Maybe not the only game in town, but definitely the biggest.
Okay, I got to confess, I only know who the quarterbacks are in the Super Bowl because Peyton Manning played for the University of Tennessee Volunteers. And Rex Grossman is a Florida Gator. And I can tell you, Peyton Manning never beat the Florida Gators. At the Super Bowl, Gary Nelson, CBS 4 News.
He's not biased, is he?
Oh, Gary going out on a limb like Jim Barry rooting for the Bears.
All-out Gator fan, that Gary Nelson. All right, when we come back, South Florida is always hot, but the degrees were turned up several notches last night. These bunnies are making it even hotter. An inside look at the big Playboy party.
Also, you know the game's here at Dolphin Stadium, but there's still plenty of action over on South Beach. We're going to take you there live for what you can do if you don't have tickets.
And to see more of the events anytime, just log on to CBS4.com, where we are always on. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
CBS 4 News is breaking into homes in broad daylight.
We're just your friendly burglars.
But we're not doing it to steal your stuff. We're doing it to keep your property safe. Be there when Mike Kirsch hits several local neighborhoods. See who tries to stop us and who just stands there and watches. The burglary test. Tonight after the big game on CBS 4 News.
Learn how to shop like a grocery store insider and see why saving money goes way beyond clipping coupons. I'll reveal the top 10 supermarket secrets Monday at 11.
I'm Jill Martin. Your official station for Super Bowl 41 is CBS 4.
Now, live. This is a special edition of CBS 4 News. South Florida Showdown, Super Bowl 41.
You're looking at a live look at Dolphin Stadium on this rainy and gloomy day, North Miami-Dade. This is where the Chicago Bears and the Indianapolis Colts will face off tonight at 6:25 kickoff time. Good morning, everyone. I'm Elliot Rodriguez, along with Maggie Rodriguez here.
I'm Maggie Rodriguez. Thanks for saying my name.
We've been partying on South Beach for the last few days, and now we're finally here.
The big day is here. Dolphin Stadium behind us seats 75,000 people, but on this rainy day, not a single umbrella will be allowed, and that is the headline. If you're coming to the game, bring a poncho because you can't bring an umbrella. David Bernard is here with us now to tell us if you won't even need a poncho. What do you think, David?
Well, I think it's a good idea at this point in time, but it does look like some of this rain is trying to shift away from us. I'm going to start off this morning and show you real-time radar. We're zoomed right in on Dolphin Stadium. The good news is, and I can tell you by firsthand observation, not a lot showing up right now. So there you can see Dolphin Stadium, and basically from north of where we are up to Miramar and Pembroke Pines, the rain has ended. It's all down to the south. So let's switch over to real-time Doppler 4, and we'll get another perspective on this, and you'll be able to see that most of the rain is down to our south. It's over the Keys, and it's over the Everglades. Notice from Alligator Alley over to Fort Lauderdale and points north, there really isn't any more rain, and this is a market improvement. So this may be telling us that this rain line is going to continue to shift away from us, and things could be dry for the game, or at least no additional rain falling, or it would be extremely light. There you can see in Miami-Dade, the rain basically hugging along US 1 and continuing all the way down to Dadeland, south of there, and up to Aventura and also Bal Harbor. But then out to the Turnpike, it's a little bit more spotty. So what are we expecting for today? Well, showers are still going to have to be a good bet. We're going to have to call for that. It's going to be breezy and cool. I've noticed the breeze picking up just a little bit in the past hour. And temperatures today are going to stay mainly in the 60s. We may see a few spots hit the low 70s. I know in Broward we've had some temperatures around 71 or 72. At kickoff, about 68 degrees. And temperatures will slowly fall throughout the game, but just by 2 or 3 degrees. I don't think too much quicker than that, and we should see lower to mid-60s, it looks like, by the end of the game. And then hopefully this showers likely scenario will not be holding up until then. But for the time being, yep, it's soggy this morning. It could be a whole heck of a lot better, but it's not. But I am cautiously optimistic that we'll be able to get it at least as nice as possible by later this evening.
Okay, thank you.
All right, David. Well, soggy weather, but not soggy spirits out on Ocean Drive in South Beach. Let's take you live right now, where you can see even after a night of partying, people are still showing up for more. Now, we obviously moved our coverage here for the game, but the people who don't have a game figured, why leave Party Central?
That's right, but I think they're going to have to move those parties and those outdoor cafes inside, and people are going to be watching the game on monitors inside some of those places on South Beach. Let's go to Yusila Ramirez right now, live on Ocean Drive. Yusila.
Where's my dad? A soggy sunrise here on the beach. The light drizzle keeping some inside this morning. Crews are cleaning up, getting Motorola Mile and the rest of South Beach ready for another day of partying. With the countdown creeping closer to the big game, the rain isn't expected to keep the fans from celebrating.
Indianapolis is here. We're not leaving without the Super Bowl. Let's go.
Last night, they were out cheering their teams on. Believe it or not, despite the rowdiness, these Super Bowl fans have been very well behaved, according to cops. In fact, at last check, since Thursday, police have only made 155 arrests compared to the more than 300 during Memorial Weekend, which was the last big bash here on the beach.
It's a very jubilant crowd. Everybody's happy. You see Colts fan on one side and Chicago Bears on the other, and they look like they're about to go at it.
Colts all the way. Blue Colts. Get him out of here.
And then at the end, they go, okay, man, take care. See you at the game.
Oh, Bears!
us. And of course, the businesses on South Beach are loving it. They haven't had any major problems with these crowds.
It's a great experience. They are enjoying this Super Bowl weekend as much as the hotel and the restaurant is.
The Bears!
Oh, okay, Yusila Ramirez reporting. And now we're going to go over to South Beach where Jill Martin has been staked out. It seems like forever.
Her home away from home. This is such a tough gig for her. Casa Casuarina, the former Versace mansion. And today, Jill, you're going to tell us about some ways that we can watch the game with a crowd, even if we're not here.
That's right. Life is tough, guys, and we are here at Casa Casuarina, where later today there will be a super viewing party for the Super Bowl, but the party's already started. Right now, you see this breakfast behind me. It's hosted by Don Shula, and as you know, the party started last night when $7.90 the ticket threw a huge bash for super agent Drew Rosenhaus, and only CBS 4 can take you inside and show you all the details. Last night, Joel Feinberg and $7.90 the ticket throw a Super Bowl Eve bash for super agent Drew Rosenhaus, and all of his top clients stopped by the late night soiree. Finn Zach Thomas danced his way through the mansion. Kicker Olindo Mare was also enjoying the night, but they weren't the only Finns in the house. Look who I found in the Gibson guitar room. Finn's running back Sammy Mara. Sammy, this is quite a party.
It's quite a party. I'm sitting in the room. I really wish I could play guitar right now or do something.
All right, Super Bowl tomorrow, Super Bowl predictions.
They're both great teams. We played the Bears this year. We played the Colts. I would have to say the Colts. I just feel Peyton Manning's due.
2 suites down, we ran into some other familiar faces. Look who we found in one of the VIP rooms. Former Marlin Mike Lowell, always at all the hot parties. What do you think of tonight's?
This is unbelievable. The Versace mansion, we're here. I actually was excited just to see the inside. I'm not into fashion or anything, but I was curious. You see it from the outside, and the inside's unbelievable.
Right now, we are in Drew Rosenhaus's VIP room, and look who I found, the freak, Javon Kurtz. I want to find out, is this party freaky enough for you?
It's getting there. It's still pretty early. It's still only like 12:20, so it's Miami. 12:20 is just like morning time around here.
All right, we're still here in the VIP room in Drew Rosenhaus's VIP, and look who I bumped into. Now, you came out of UM early for this. Is this what you're looking forward to?
This ain't bad. It's a good night to be able to come here. A lot of Drew's clients are here, and this weekend here in Miami is special with the Super Bowl and everything. So it's really exciting to be able to all get here together and have a fun night together.
All right, well, it was a wild one last night. Right now, you're looking at Richard Denton, who won the Super Bowl back with the Bears in '85, and he's going to talk to us a little later on to tell us if he thinks they can do it all over again. We're live at Casa Casuarina. Back to you guys.
Jill, what a great night. Thanks a lot for sharing that with us. And yesterday was a great night, and not only on the Versace mansion. There was one heck of a concert happening on a stage on Ocean Drive.
Right, just a few blocks away from Casa Casuarina, in fact. J-Lo and Mark Anthony took center stage at the Ocean Drive party to celebrate the big Showdown and the release of their new Spanish album. The Super Beach party happened yesterday. Celebrity guests included Hulk Hogan and his family, Gloria Estefan and her family, and Tara Reid.
Last night, 30 Bunnies, if they still call them that, I think it's Playmates now, took over the AAA for Playboy's Miami After Dark Party. 2,000 people packed the arena for this bash, attended by celebrities that also included Cindy Margolis, Daisy Fuentes, and CSI Miami star David Caruso.
Maxim Magazine held its celebrity-studded party Friday night at the Sagamore Hotel on South Beach. The location of the party was actually kept a secret until the last minute, not from the guests, but from the rest of us ordinary folks. Celebrities on hand for Maxim's bash included actress Marlee Matlin, NASCAR driver Jeff Gordon, and late-night talk show host Craig Ferguson, who's going to do his show live tonight from Miami Beach.
After the Super Bowl, and we loved this party, Elliot. Shaq kicking off the celebrations Thursday night at the former Versace mansion. His Sexy 60 party featured Ludacris, John Elway. We also ran into New York Giants defensive end Michael Strahan.
And a lot of those stars returned just hours later as Dallas Cowboys wide receiver Terrell Owens hosted a very classy and fun poolside barbecue at Casa Casuarina.
T.O. was like at every single party that we were at. And you know why? Because he's not playing today. The players that we saw were the ones who aren't playing, Jim, because they have to rest up.
That's right.
At least until the game is over.
They know this is the biggest moment of their football lives and their chance to write sports history for themselves. And it's funny looking at Richard Dent. Really, a lot of folks didn't know who he was until he became Super Bowl MVP back in 1985. And so that's what the modern-day Chicago Bears and Indianapolis Colts face as they get ready for Super Bowl 41. Who is going to bring their A game tonight? Well, the Bears get in their final practice yesterday at Dolphin Stadium, and you Rex Grossman bashers will be happy to know that here is one pass that he does complete. The Bears would love to celebrate in a big way tonight, as would the Indianapolis Colts. In fact, the Colts were so thrilled that they finally won the AFC in beating New England that they would just love to have an even bigger and more super celebration tonight.
I thought about it. I played it in my mind, but, I mean, it was just a thought. You got to actually do it now.
Right now, all I'm focused on is going out there and playing a great game in order to win, because if we get into we already won it and all that, then the Bears will come right in and take it from us, you know.
Brought together the one. Meantime, the city of Chicago in love with the Bears, no question about that. The 85 Bears were heroes, still are today. The modern-day Bears know they can join those legendary guys if they can get it done. Now, it's a funny thing being from Chicago. Southsiders love the White Sox and baseball. Northsiders tend to favor the Cubs. But when it comes to football and Bears, everybody is on the same page.
Oh, they say the baseball will divide us and football will unite us. You know what I mean? So yeah. You can be a Cubs. You can be in the same house with a Cubs fan in the same house with a Sox fan and root for the Bears.
Well, Chicago is really a blue-collar town, so folks love the fact that the Bears are a blue-collar team, and I don't know if the weather continues to be kind of soggy like it is, that could favor the blue-collar Bears. They like it muddy and sloppy, and that might slow down things for Peyton Manning and give the Bears the edge that they might need, being 7-point underdogs, to come back to Chicago with the Lombardi Trophy. Back to you guys.
You've been predicting, in fact, that the Bears are going to take it, JB, and you're the underdog.
Well, I have, and you know what? I think that underdog thing is a bit overstated, quite honestly, because the Bears are a complete team in a lot of ways. They won 15 of 18 games. Their defense is very good. Their special teams, because of South Florida native Devin Hester, they're very exciting. So I'm not so certain that the Bears aren't using that to their advantage, and I think it's going to be a big challenge for them to slow down Peyton Manning. But if they do, and if the weather helps them, then I think they've got a great chance of winning.
Yeah, the weather might be on their side.
I think so.
Okay.
Thank you,
Jim.
JB.
Well, a lot of attention has been focused on all those flashy and glamorous parties on South Beach. But you know what? There were parties all over South Florida. When we come back, we're going to take you to some pretty good parties in Broward County.
And if you'd like a look at the events that are left to attend, you can go to CBS4.com, where the news and the parties are always on.
Welcome back to our extended coverage of the South Florida Showdown. And if you're like most of us and don't have tickets to be inside Dolphin Stadium, don't feel so bad. It's going to be a great day to be inside your nice, comfortable home or with your friends indoors watching this game.
It's been soggy and wet all morning long, and it may not stop by game time. CBS 4 meteorologist David Bernard is here with more. David?
Well, that's a good chance that it might not. However, the trend has been for this rain to start sagging from north to south, again, drying out from Broward into Dade. Now, I can tell you right now, if we take a look at real-time Doppler 4, we're zoomed in on Dolphin Stadium. And, again, there are some very light sprinkles in the area. Right now, if you look at that picture, you would think, hey, there's no rain here. But it's very light drizzle, too light to be detected by radar. Notice, though, when we zoom out a little bit, most of the rain now that's detectable, meaning the moderate rain, is located across Miami-Dade and points to south all the way down to Homestead and Cutler Bay. In fact, the heaviest rain is in the Middle Keys right now and also over the Everglades, it looks like, on the Dade-Monroe County line. Everything, though, is still moving generally to the east, but I think this rain line is continuing to push further to the south as some drier air builds in. Hey, so maybe that's good news for the game later on tonight. Okay, here's a look at our current weather right now, and we're talking about temperatures in the 60s, but 73 degrees, a little bit warmer at Fort Lauderdale and Key West, also at 70. The humidity, it's high with all the rain around, 93%. Even though the stickiness scales are too uncomfortable, doesn't feel too good outside when it's as wet as it is. And rainfall so far in Doral at Weather Control today, 19/100ths of an inch. Okay, here's a look at the big radar loop, and you notice the rest of the state's not in terrible shape right now. There is a little bit of light rain that is showing up in central Florida, but most of the rain is what's down across the Keys and across the very southern tip of the state, including right here. So that's the weather highlight for today. Now, that high pressure center you see there over Alabama, that's going to continue to push down to the south later tonight and tomorrow, and it's going to try to get some drier air in here. But the true view for the rest of today doesn't look all that pretty. In fact, expect little, if any, sun, lots of clouds, and showers off and on, especially across Miami-Dade over the next several hours. Now, tomorrow, showers will be ending. The drier air will be building in, cool and breezy, and then it's going to get even nicer as we head into the middle part of the week. I think plenty of sun for Tuesday and Wednesday, maybe a gusty breeze. But by late week, another front will be moving into North Florida, so that could be a rainmaker next weekend. Otherwise, a good beach breeze for the end of the week and just some spotty showers. Here's our forecast. Showers likely, super cloudy today with a cool breeze, the high 73 degrees. Small craft advisories are in effect for the Gulf waters, 15 to 20 knots out of the northeast. Those Gulf Stream wave heights building to 10 feet, and the bays could be choppy at times, especially by tonight once the winds do pick up. Showers around tonight, a damp breeze, 60 for the low. And again, here's the outlook. The trend will be toward drying conditions and a warm-up by the end of the week. In fact, we expect lots of sun to return. If not by tomorrow, then certainly by Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And some nice overnight lows coming up for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday morning with temperatures in the 50s. But again, the headline at this hour is still drizzling out here at Dolphin Stadium. But we're hoping that this rain will finally give way to a little bit drier weather by the time we get to game time later on this evening.
All right, David, thanks a lot. And if you're watching the game at home and you think the field looks awfully dry, it's because I mentioned this earlier. Dolphin Stadium invested in a drainage system, and the field will dry within minutes after receiving as much as 3 inches of rain. So I don't think the rain, even if it continues, will give the players much of a hard time.
Again, watch it on TV. We'll be right back.
Today's special coverage on CBS 4 News is brought to you by Publix.
Welcome back to our extended coverage of the South Florida Showdown. You know, around South Florida, you can tell signs that the Super Bowl is in South Florida. Many streets are closed in downtown Miami, for example, where the NFL personnel are staying. The whole street right in front behind Biscayne Boulevard is closed throughout South Florida, Miami Beach. And here around Dolphin Stadium, tremendous security, and they have to be prepared for the worst possible eventuality.
That's why the Red Cross is also here today. Our Lisa Petrillo is with the workers who are here already on this soggy morning getting ready. Lisa?
That's right. They've been here actually for quite a while. Take a look at this enthusiastic team right here. They are ready to help out in every way, shape, or form and have been here. Connie Harvey is joining us now from the Red Cross. You've actually been here since earlier in the week?
We have. We've been here supporting the NFL experience. The American Red Cross is in partnership with the NFL. We're supporting them and making sure that people who come to this event are safe, healthy, and happy.
So you have different setups. I know you have some emergency setups as well as comfort stations?
Yes, we do. We have first aid stations inside the NFL experience. And with that, we've got several teams that are also roving around so that we can take care of the bumps and bruises that might happen. And then we are in partnership also with Miami-Dade Fire Rescue so that if anything more serious happens, they're there at the ready.
All right, let's take a look what people are going to see when they come up to you. So these are...
Absolutely. We've got a backpack here that's loaded with all sorts of equipment that can take care of things from as simple as bumps and bruises, but also we have the automated external defibrillator. So if we have any kind of cardiac event, that the Red Cross is there ready to be able to start care immediately while Miami-Dade is on their way.
Okay, so you have trained EMTs as well as people who are just in the basics of...
Absolutely. Everybody on this team is trained in the Red Cross Course Emergency Response, which is the first responder level of training. And then the EMTs and paramedics are actually with Miami-Dade that they come in and support us further.
So if people are outside here in the NFL experience, need a little hydration, can come and find you, say can just come and sit down, just to get a little R&R if they need it.
Absolutely. And then out in the further perimeter, as people are coming into the game, we've got comfort stations outside that they can get some hydration. We've got water and Gatorade if somebody needs it and a chance to take a seat.
All right, tents look like this. You'll find them all over the grounds. Just another way the Red Cross is kicking in to help out. Back to you guys.
All right, Lisa, thank you very much. Coming up next, we're going to take you live all over South Florida to show you that not only Dolphin Stadium is getting wet, this is South Beach, which is today also soaked.
And you can get more about the game and all the Super Bowl events by going to our website, cbs4.com. We're coming right back.
CBS 4 News is breaking into homes in broad daylight, but we're not doing it to steal your stuff. Will your neighborhood pass the burglary test? Tonight, after the big game on 4.
Good morning again from Dolphin Stadium. I'm Maggie Rodriguez, where it is raining. And before we leave you on this special edition, we want to give you one last check of how it's going to look.
And I'm Elliot Rodriguez. We have to give credit where credit is due, because since last week we've been harassing David Bernard how the weather would be on Super Bowl Sunday.
I wouldn't say harass.
And he got, no, every day we were asking him.
I think that's a good term. Yeah, I'll agree with you on that one, Elliot. Listen, now, I'm sorry that I was right and that, yes, there's rain on Super Bowl Sunday, but the skies are brightening out here. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
So I think our cloud ceilings are lifting, and that may be a sign that it may not be so incredibly wet as we continue on into the evening hours when the game actually begins. I want to start with a close-in look at Dolphin Stadium, and even though we have some very light drizzle around here, not much is being detected. You can see just a little bit of a return showing up just east of the stadium there on the other side of the turnpike. Other than that, if you go out a little further, notice Fort Lauderdale and all the way up to Boca Raton, no rain is detectable. There might be some drizzle. That would be about it. Most of the rain is down across portions of Miami-Dade, and the heaviest rain is over the Everglades of Monroe County and portions of Miami-Dade and down into the Keys. Notice how everything is kind of still moving from south to north, but it's sort of eroding from the north, indicating that there might be some drier air trying to work its way down. So what does all this mean for us today? We'll call for a high temperature of 73 degrees. Yep, it's going to be breezy and showers are going to be likely. We'll call it super cloudy. Now, if we go beyond that into this evening, this is the Super Bowl forecast as we break it down by kickoff, about 68 degrees. We'll see temperatures leveling off, I think, into the middle 60s by the end of the game. And right now, I'm still going to stick with showers likely, but maybe this trend will continue, and at most, it would just be some sprinkles, and that would give even more time for things to dry out on the field and maybe not make that so much of a factor. Not that I know many factors about the game, but maybe the rain is one that I might know a little bit about.
It could be one of the most important today.
Okay.
Thank you, David. We have, as you know, are your Super Bowl station, and here on CBS 4, we invite you to stay with us for all-out coverage of the big game. Jim Barry, Kim Bocamper, Jill Martin will join us at 11 a.m. coming up now for a special hour-long edition of Crunch Time, and then at 6 p.m., the moment we've been waiting for, the official Super Bowl kickoff show right here on CBS 4.
After the big game, stay tuned for a special edition of the new hit CBS drama Criminal Minds. And after that, we'll be live from right here, Dolphin Stadium, for a special hour-long edition of CBS 4 News Tonight. From the big plays to the big parties, we will have your complete Super Bowl 41 coverage.
And if you miss any moment of it, you can get exclusive pictures from all the big parties in the big game on CBS4.com, where we also have a complete list of events, places where you can go and watch the Super Bowl with crowds, but still stay dry.
And you can't miss any moment of it. CBS 4 is proud to be your Super Bowl station, and we have got you covered all day long.
We'll see you coming up at 11 o'clock for Crunch Time and again throughout the day. For now, thank you for watching CBS 4 News this morning. Have a good day.
Bye-bye.